The Stoic philosopher Seneca once advised setting aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the cheapest and most basic fare with coarse and rough clothing. We present a morning routine rooted in the wisdom of Stoicism to set the tone for a calm and purposeful day before we begin. If you are not subscribed, I recommend that you do so to ensure that you don't miss any videos. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you wake up in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." In light of this, how can we cultivate mornings that align with this Stoic appreciation for life? Habit number 1. Reflect on life's transcendence. As the dawn breaks and the world stirs to life, Stoic philosophy reminds us of a fundamental truth. Everything is transient. Take a moment each morning to embrace this reality. Find a quiet corner where interruptions are scarce. Sit comfortably, your posture reflecting a harmony of alertness and calmness. Shut your eyes and imagine the vastness of the cosmos. See stars born and dying, and galaxies spinning through time in this cosmic ballet. Consider the Earth as a little dot, and consider the rise and fall of civilizations. Consider your existence as a small blip in the vast scheme of things, as the mountains that have stood tall and the rivers that have created roots now draw your attention in closer overall structure. This visualization serves as a painful reminder of life's fleeting nature, not to minimize our significance, but to recognize the preciousness and brevity of our existence. First of all, it highlights the importance of each day. When we realize how short life is, we prioritize the things that matter above pointless distractions and arguments. In other words, this morning's practice isn't about facing mortality with fear, but rather embracing the present with gratitude. Waking up with this perspective equips you to navigate the day with a deeper sense of purpose. Seneca once remarked, "Life is long if you know how to use it." By basing our daily routines on this principle, we remind ourselves to live each day completely meaningfully and with reverence. Habit number 2, maintain a thought journal. Journaling, which has its roots in Stoic discipline, is more than just keeping a record of happenings. It's an intimate discussion with one of the acts of putting ideas on paper can be incredibly transforming. It can be as basic as keeping a notebook, as elaborate as keeping a diary, or as sophisticated as creating a digital journal. It's an act of reflection, grounding, and occasionally catharsis. This is your sacred space, free from outside expectations and criticism. It's where your unfiltered, raw thoughts come to breathe. Before you start your day, write down the first thoughts that come to mind. These could be feelings from the previous day, dreams, or anticipations for the day ahead. This first spill helps clear your mind, much like sweeping the courtyard of fallen leaves. Next, turn your attention to gratitude. It's simple to become engrossed in what we lack or what we desire in the grand scheme of things, but Stoicism teaches us the importance of appreciating the present. Write down 3 things for which you are truly grateful, whether it's the comfort of your blanket, the smile of a loved one, or the simple pleasure of each new day. Engage in introspection. Think about a Stoic concept or a personal obstacle. Consider these questions. Am I acting according to my values? When did I act on impulse rather than reason? How can I improve today? This isn't a self-criticism exercise, but rather a self-awareness and growth one. Lastly, use your notebook to create an intention for the day. Jot down a brief declaration or promise based on the Stoic values of discernment, bravery, justice, and temperance. This acts as a moral compass, directing your decisions and behaviors throughout the day. Keep in mind that your journal is a tool, a mirror reflecting your inner world. The Meditations of Marcus Aurelius. One of the most important Stoic writings originated as his journal, which he used to remind himself of Stoic principles for comprehending his actions and managing life's difficulties. Habit number 3, set daily intentions, not goals. Although intentions and goals both direct our course, They do so in quite different ways. Aspirations, on the other hand, illuminate the journey, and our present moment anchors deeply rooted in our values and the person we aspire to be every day. Stoicism, at its core, emphasizes the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. Goals, on the other hand, are inherently future-oriented and focus on outcomes, achievements, and results. Goals frequently relate to outside results, though they rarely escape our control. Despite our best attempts, unanticipated challenges can still come with the greatest of intentions. Yet, they always remain firmly within our control and serve as daily reminders of our ideals, which we actively choose to navigate the world no matter what happens outside of it. As you start your morning, after journaling to clear your mind, consider the kind of day you want to have rather than concentrating on the tasks you need to complete. Ask yourself, who do I intend to be today? Do you want to be patient, accepting each moment as it comes and not hurrying through it? Do you want to be compassionate toward others as well, realizing that everyone is going through their struggles? Or maybe you want to be brave, taking on challenges head on and stepping outside of your comfort zone. Seneca said it so beautifully. It does not matter what you bear, but how you bear it. I will approach confrontations with empathy, or find moments of stillness amidst the chaos. These aren't jobs to be crossed off, but rather reminders of the character you desire to represent. Setting daily intentions means committing to values rather than results. Intentions are our daily compass in this attempt. They direct our reactions, decisions, and behaviors. They become active choices that define our day. Success is now defined by how you behave, react, and exist in the world rather than by what you accomplish. Habit number 4. Accept uncomfortable situations. In today's world, embracing discomfort has become expected and seen as a sign of progress. However, the Stoics, with their deep wisdom, understood that the unchecked pursuit of comfort could impede personal growth. They believed in the intentional practice of introducing small discomforts as a way to strengthen the spirit, cultivate resilience, and ensure one's readiness for life's inevitable adversities. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once advised setting aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the cheapest and most basic fare with coarse and rough clothing, saying to yourself that the purpose of this is not to cause unnecessary suffering, but rather to break the bonds of reliance on outside comforts and to serve as a reminder of our inherent power. Each morning, consider tiny opportunities to voluntarily experience discomfort. There are 2 goals here. Firstly, these everyday acts of agony serve as mind and spirit training. Like an athlete, we prepare ourselves for life's bigger, unexpected challenges by regularly pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones in small ways. Secondly, they give us perspective. By sometimes letting go of certain comforts, we learn to appreciate them more when we have them and realize they aren't the foundation of our happiness or contentment. By embracing discomfort, you're not punishing yourself. Rather, you're empowering yourself and accessing a deeper reservoir of strength, letting go of dependencies and adopting a stoic sense of freedom that results from understanding that genuine contentment is unaffected by outside circumstances. Habit number 5. Practice mindfulness and meditation. While maintaining Stoicism may have come from several cultural backgrounds, the Eastern traditions and ancient Greece, for the former, beautifully converge in their emphasis on leading a purposeful life. The Stoics were acutely aware of the nature of the present moment and held that the majority of human suffering results from either fixating on the past or worrying about the future. Epictetus correctly observed that people are disturbed by their perceptions of things rather than by the things themselves. By doing so, he highlighted the significance of our perceptions and the influence of the current moment. Make time in the morning to practice mindfulness. It's about finding a quiet place, settling into a comfortable posture, centering yourself in the here and now, shutting your eyes and focusing your attention within. To begin, Just notice your breathing and the rise and fall of your chest, as well as the sensation of air coming into and going out of your nostrils. When your thoughts stray, your ever-present breath acts as an anchor to the here and now. Minds frequently do this lightly. Once you're back in the zone, widen your focus to your body's sensations. Feel your body's weight on the chair or floor. Take note of the room's temperature, the feel of the fabric against your flesh. The trick here is to acknowledge these sensations without giving them any meaning. Instead, carefully move to watch your thoughts and feelings and picture them as leaves floating on a stream or clouds drifting over the sky. Detachment. This approach fits in perfectly with the Stoic emphasis on differentiating between events and our opinions about them. You are the observer, not the participant. Spend the last moments of your meditation considering a Stoic principle or quotation. For example, you can consider the words of Marcus Aurelius. The way we think affects how the universe changes our lives, so let this wisdom include mindfulness and meditation in your daily routine to help you guide your actions and reactions. More than just a soothing ritual, the morning routine is a Stoic exercise in appreciating the present, differentiating between external events and internal reactions, and building a mental fortress of equilibrium against life's vagaries. Habit number 6, daily Stoic immersion. The profound wisdom contained in Stoic teachings provides a timeless compass for navigating life with grace, resilience, and purpose. However, these teachings are not mere words to be read once and forgotten. Rather, they are seeds of wisdom that require consistent attention to flourish within us and manifest in our daily actions. Every morning, make it a ritual to immerse yourself in the wisdom of the Stoic masters. These might be the pragmatic discourses of Epictetus, the enlightening and consoling letters of Seneca, or the introspective reflections of Marcus Aurelius. Rather than just reading these works as you would any other book, approach them with reverence and intention. You might begin by allowing serendipity to guide you. You can either use a dedicated Stoic daily meditation book or choose a passage at random from a Stoic text. This method has a certain magic that frequently leads you to a passage that feels eerily relevant to your current situation or the day ahead. Once you've chosen a passage, take a moment to be with it. Habit number 7, reflective Stoic practice. Hear it carefully, allowing each word and sentiment to resonate deeply within. Dwell on its essence, envision its message, and consider its consequences. What universal truths does this wisdom relate to in your life? You might be motivated to write down your reflections after this time of reflection. It is a meditative act of translation that transforms the wisdom of the ancients into a personal doctrine. As you write, you may find new meanings in the teaching, perhaps interpreting it in the context of a recent experience or realizing its applicability to an upcoming event. However, since Stoicism is first and foremost an action philosophy, the real test of this morning ritual is how well it is applied. If today's lesson emphasizes the fleeting nature of life, allow it to motivate you to savor each moment. If it discusses the inconsequential nature of other viewpoints, use it as a shield against unjustified criticism. Or every Stoic lesson is essentially a call to action, a reminder to fill your day with virtue and wisdom, according to praises. If you have the good fortune to share this Stoic journey with friends or a community, think about having conversations with them about these lessons. Ultimately, exchanging personal ideas and listening to different interpretations can deepen your understanding and promote a sense of community growth. Rereading Stoic lessons every morning is more than just a reading exercise. It's a daily reaffirmation of a commitment to live a life of awareness, intention, and virtue. As the Stoics remind us, learning truly consists of embodying and living the wisdom, not just studying it. Habit number 8. Amor Fati. Practice Amor Fati, or the love of one's fate, is a philosophy that runs deep through the great fabric of Stoic knowledge. It is a notion that is both profoundly profound and surprisingly simple. This is not a call to passive resignation, but rather to a passionate embracing of everything life delivers, joy or suffering. Every morning when the sun rises, we are also greeted with the uncertainties of life. Our plans may falter, our hopes may be dashed, or unanticipated difficulties difficulties may arise. It is in these moments that the Stoic principle of Amor Fati beckons us, asking us to embrace and love without reservation. When faced with hardship, consider for a moment the freedom and liberation that this viewpoint brings. Rather than moaning about why this is happening to you, you might question how you can develop from it, or even affirm that this is precisely what you need. Such a change highlights the bright spots, rather than ignoring the value of adversity. To practice Amor Fati in the mornings, spend a few minutes preparing yourself mentally for the day ahead. Think back on any obstacles you could face and picture them as essential parts of your journey, pieces that the universe has handpicked to help you define and polish your character. Reflect on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom regarding obstacles. Taking action spurs further action. Every occurrence, regardless of its scale, contributes as a stroke in the canvas of our existence. This perspective serves as a potent reminder that we aren't mere bystanders to destiny, but rather active participants, capable of transmuting each circumstance into an opportunity for growth. Embrace this mindset as you commence your day, allowing love and fortitude to guide you through both sunny skies and stormy weather. Stoic philosophy doesn't advocate for leading an austere existence or suppressing emotions. Instead, it emphasizes